Welcome to our exploration of modern esotericism, a journey where the mystical threads of ancient wisdom intertwine with today's most popular TV series, films, music, and even social media trends. Far from being remnants of a forgotten past, esoteric ideas are alive and well, expertly woven into the tapestry of modern entertainment. Whether it's the intriguing symbolisms hidden in blockbuster movies or the echoes of ancient rituals popping up in music videos, esoteric concepts continue to shape our collective imagination, just as they have done for centuries. Historical foundations of esotericism. To understand how esotericism influences pop culture, we must first revisit the birth of these traditions. The word esoteric generally refers to hidden or secret teachings accessible only to a select group prepared for higher knowledge. Ancient civilizations, like the Egyptians, Greeks, and Persians, safeguarded secret wisdom in temples and mystery schools. These teachings encompassed astrology, alchemy, numerology, and myriad forms of symbolic lore. The Gnostics of early Christian times believed in secret knowledge that could liberate the soul. Hermeticism, drawn from texts attributed to the mythical Hermes Trismegistus, proposed that humanity's ultimate purpose is to understand the unity between the microcosm, the individual, and the macrocosm, the universe. As time marched on, these ideas were carried into medieval Europe's alchemical labs and Renaissance-era occult circles. Think John Dee at the court of Queen Elizabeth I, or the secret societies that would later arise, such as the Rosicrucians and Freemasons. What's striking is that much of this knowledge wasn't lost, but merely transformed, evolving from whispered rites in sacred temples to coded messages in literature, art, and eventually modern media. Hidden symbolism in television and film. Hollywood, with its flair for spectacle, thrives on tapping into archetypal themes. Occult symbolism and esoteric motifs have become staples of TV and film, often used to add depth, mystery, or even a rebellious edge. Consider the prevalence of the all-seeing eye, derived from ancient Egyptian and Masonic iconography. It appears in everything from opening sequences to subtle set designs. Characters might chant arcane words rooted in real historical grimoires, or you'll see story arcs referencing planetary alignments and cosmic forces. Television shows like American Horror Story, Lucifer, and chilling adventures of Sabrina Toy with rituals and lore that owe a debt to Renaissance-era demonology and medieval witchcraft. Films like Doctor Strange spotlight astral projection, sacred geometry, and sorcery, giving mainstream audiences a cinematic tour of concepts previously confined to occult circles. Of course, not every use of occult imagery in entertainment is an endorsement of the esoteric. Sometimes, such elements serve purely aesthetic or dramatic purposes. Nonetheless, they continue to pique the collective curiosity, exposing viewers to symbolic languages and archetypal patterns, often without the audience even realizing it. The New Age movement, old wine in new bottles. In the late 20th century, the New Age movement surged into the Western mainstream with the promise of spiritual awakening, personal growth, and cosmic healing. Crystals, yoga, tarot readings, and astrology columns became staple offerings in modern wellness cultures. While it might seem novel or avant-garde, many New Age practices are essentially recycled forms of older wisdom traditions. For instance, tarot cards trace back to Renaissance Italy, though their imagery draws upon Kabbalistic, Hermetic, and other mystical systems. Meditation, embraced in yoga and mindfulness programs, evolved from ancient Vedic traditions in India. Astrology, so ubiquitous on social media today, boasts roots stretching as far back as Babylonian stargazers. New technologies have also amplified and repackaged these beliefs. With an app on your phone, you can now get a daily astrological reading or link to a global network of meditators. The result is a curious blend of old and new, age-old practices updated for the digital realm, shaping a movement that's accessible, sometimes commercialized, but undeniably influential in Western pop culture. Countercultures, conspiracies, and cryptic references in music. Music, a universal language, has its fair share of esoteric influence. Rock and roll, hip-hop, electronic dance. Each genre has spawned legends of hidden occult symbolism or clandestine group affiliations. Conspiracy theories abound, from supposed satanic backmasking in classic rock to alleged Illuminati references in pop music videos. Some of these tales might be exaggerated or taken out of context, but they reflect a deep cultural fascination with the forbidden and the arcane. Albums layered with Hermetic imagery, lyrics hinting at mystical revelations, and stage performances involving cryptic hand gestures all feed into the mystique. Think of the swirling speculation around artists like David Bowie, Prince, Beyoncé, and countless others. While some references are indeed intentional, drawing on Crowleyan magic or Gnostic dualism, others might be purely coincidental or used for shock value. Regardless of authenticity, these symbols spark curiosity about ancient teachings, reminding us that the esoteric is ever ready to slip into mainstream conversation through art and music. Esotericism in video games and online communities. Our modern era's digital playgrounds also harbor esoteric elements. Role-playing games, RPGs, often incorporate elaborate mythologies and magical systems that draw directly from historical grimoires or symbolic frameworks. Gamers encounter references to real-world occult texts from the Key of Solomon to the Kabbalah's Tree of Life, cleverly disguised as in-game lore or skill trees. Meanwhile, online communities obsess over hidden Easter eggs and cryptic puzzles that game developers embed. This mirrors the ancient tradition of decoding secret symbols, only now it's done on message boards rather than within secret societies. The collaborative nature of these digital quests evokes the communal pursuit of esoteric knowledge. Seekers band together to unravel mysteries, debate interpretations, and share revelations. The social media renaissance of esoteric thought. Never before has esotericism been so accessible. With a simple hashtag search, you can discover countless posts on Hermetic principles, sacred geometry, or the latest planetary transit. Social media influencers fill feeds with quick tips on manifesting abundance or third eye activation, packaging age-old ideas for a modern audience that scrolls constantly in search of quick insights. This democratization of occult knowledge can be empowering. Anyone can learn about spiritual traditions once considered too obscure or specialized. However, it also presents challenges. The digital environment blurs the lines between fact, speculation, and outright fantasy. Ancient practices may be simplified or appropriated. The user-friendly approach can compromise nuance, leading some to question whether online esotericism dilutes these profound teachings. Still, at its best, social media fosters a renewed interest in self-exploration and mysticism, bridging cultural and geographical divides in ways previous generations could scarcely imagine. The evolution and future of esoteric influences. As technology advances, esoteric ideas continue to morph and spread. Virtual reality rituals, AI-driven divination apps, and digital simulations of ancient temples, what was once limited to the esoteric margins, now stands at the frontier of technological innovation. Some foresee a future where augmented reality merges with spiritual practice, allowing individuals to overlay symbolic grids onto everyday life or meet in online temple spaces for collective meditation. Yet the core questions remain the same as those pondered by ancient mystics. Who are we? What is the universe? How are we connected? Modern culture's fascination with magic, secret orders, and cosmic energies mirrors our enduring search for meaning. And so, even as the mediums change, the message of esoteric pursuit remains surprisingly constant, that there is hidden knowledge worthy of our quest, the enduring enigma. From the shadowy corners of ancient temples to the bright lights of Hollywood, from tightly guarded manuscripts to shareable memes, esoteric ideas have traveled an incredible path. Modern pop culture, with its hunger for spectacle and novelty, is a perfect conduit for ancient mysteries to re-emerge, adapted to our contemporary tastes and fears. Whether we catch a glimpse of a forbidden symbol in a music video, or follow a storyline that references centuries-old grimoires, these esoteric threads resonate with our innate curiosity. In today's world, the boundary between the mainstream and the mystical is perhaps more porous than ever before. The allure of hidden knowledge continues to spark conversation, creativity, and controversy across every medium we engage with. Will the next big pop culture phenomenon carry a cryptic reference to Kabbalistic teachings, or might a future video game unlock the secrets of alchemical transmutation? It's entirely possible, because in every age, ancient, medieval, modern, and the worlds yet to come, humanity remains enthralled by the promise of uncovering the unknown. And that is the enduring power of esotericism, a timeless dance between mystery and revelation, woven ever more intricately into the story of who we are and who we aspire to become.